Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Marshall gets away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
All right, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Barflies podcast, episode
19.
19.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Glad you're on top of it.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Honestly,
Someone's got to
to
be.
Hot start. Hot start. Good to
weeks.
be back. Good to be back.
2
Little
week
2 week
hiatus.
hiatus.
Yep. 2 weeks.
Lots happened. New location, as you can see.
Coming live from Cody's room.
Professional.
Very professional. You know what? We've always done it. We've always said it, but we keep ourselves to a very high standard here at the Barflies podcast.
I wouldn't just limit that to the podcast. I would say in general.
As I go about life in general, I
Yep.
keep myself to a high to extreme high standard.
Yeah, me too.
And anyone in my close inner circle can corroborate that story.
What word was that?
Corroborate.
Is that a word?
Yeah, it's like police. You hear it and like police use it.
Okay.
If like someone's like says like a what's it called? If like someone commits a crime and they go and check their whereabouts at that time.
Okay.
Can you corroborate that story?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard that word, I'll be honest.
Well, there you go.
I think you got something on your face, on your right side. Right side? Other right? That's it.
How's that?
No, hang on. No, it's
That's
left.
just my face. Might be a pimple or something. I've been breaking out recently.
Yeah, maybe. It
Is
looks
it
like...
wigging you out?
No, it's gone. You got it.
Okay, thanks. All right. Thanks for taking the listeners on that absolute journey, Cody.
We live?
Yeah, are we on? So 2 weeks off.
Yeah, look,
It's been
I'm
2
rattled.
weeks.
Yeah, so I've made the move to the city. The big smoke official here, settled.
City girl.
City girl. Always been a city girl. I've always said that.
Yeah.
Got 2 roommates. It's been good. It's been a good first sort of like we moved in. I moved in officially on the 20th, which was like 3 weeks ago
And
now.
You had a bit of a COVID outbreak.
COVID.
here.
Well, it started off. Well, we spoke about it a bit on the last podcast.
Yeah,
My
it's
2
true.
roomies had COVID. So I moved in alone. Then I got COVID over Christmas.
Correct.
So I isolated.
Missed that much anticipated festival.
Talk about a bad day to get COVID. I got it on Christmas Eve. So my 7-day period was from Christmas Eve until New Year's Eve. You could literally not have got it at a
No.
worse time.
It's gonna, like, you gotta laugh though.
Look,
Well, I can.
you can laugh.
But you
I
can.
like the more I think, like it actually makes me sad, Sammy, because everyone I talk to about New Year's Eve says how good it was.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, it
No,
sucks.
sorry.
No, it's all
No,
right.
it
I'm
does
over
suck,
it.
though.
It sucked. It was pretty
Yeah.
shit. I'm gonna be honest.
If it was me, I would have been fucking absolutely livid.
I was ropeable. I think for the most part, like I did a rapid antigen test on the 24th, and I was kind of like, it showed up positive, but this was still before everyone had really got it.
And the new rules came in.
Yeah, I didn't really know anyone who'd done one at the time. I was still like,
Yeah.
So that came back positive, and I was like, oh, it's probably wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I'll get a PCR and see what happens.
Yeah.
The PCR took 5 days, came back on the 30th, and it was positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Christmas Day, me and the family we got up at 5 a.m. and waited in line for 2 hours, maybe. It was pretty good. We were up in coughs. So we all got tested on Christmas Day.
Ouch.
I was positive. Everyone else came back negative, thank God.
Well, yeah.
I was staying with my nan as well,
Yeah.
but everyone came back negative. And I
Well,
isolated
it'd probably
from
be
them.
rife up there now, though.
What do you mean?
Like, just saying it'd probably be there now.
Maybe. Yeah, probably a little bit.
Like, well, I mean, if it's like, because every man and their dog's been to Byron recently.
True.
And Coffs is a popular stopping location
Yep.
in between.
You're right.
So, you know, I could see it spreading through there.
Yeah,
Or like
yeah,
people
yeah.
stopping at food and
Yeah.
Coffs.
No, here. Hear what you're saying.
But yeah, that was, so you had COVID and you were out of action, couldn't come to the festival.
Oh, that's the thing. I was only sick for like a day or two.
Yeah, same. That's it, same as me. When
And I think we all got Omicron by the
sounds of it.
sounds of it.
Yeah, that was like, well, I picked it up at said festival. Mine I just had, worth it. Would do it. Would get COVID again because sometimes. Yeah.
Well, I think that was
and
everyone's...
it was anticipated that it could sneak in.
That
Even
was-
though
yeah.
Everyone, like it was one of the things to entrance to it. Everyone had to have had a test done or test result, PCR or unprofessional. Phone's still on. Don't take it out of my pay.
There's going to be a very
stern word
very
after.
sternly written email going out to the
coming
rest
my
of
way.
it.
and like that was one of the requirements within the last 2 days. You had to have done a PCR or a rapid. So, but everyone was negative. But of course, it can still sneak in.
Snuck in.
And
Because it shows up late for people as well.
Yeah.
And this also, just to defend you guys, because this was kind of as the whole outbreak happened.
Yeah.
It was kind of like at the turn of the tide from it.
And
Like,
none of the rules had changed though.
Yeah.
In regards to like a gathering of people.
Yeah.
It wasn't really. It was more like just a big party.
yeah.
Than like a fest. It was a bit of a festival. It was festival.
It was a
elements
large,
to it.
very, very small festival, very, very large party.
And it was great.
It looked great. It looked unreal.
Uh.
I can't deny it looked so much fun.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I actually went to said festival with Cody's roommate. So everywhere that so when I've been to his place, when I see them, we're talking about it, and he's just sitting there like, yeah, thanks guys, like,
Yeah.
no worries, like,
Yeah.
sick.
Well, that was the thing. I was kind of like the middleman between, because originally
Yeah.
it was your mates and me,
Correct.
and then like 20 of my mates ended
Wanted
up
to
going,
go. Yeah.
and I was the only one who didn't go.
It's kind of ironic.
It is ironic, and it hurts. It sucks, man.
Yeah.
It was really shit.
Oh,
But
ne-
like, I don't know, onwards,
Next
I guess.
next year, mate. Next year.
I live in Newtown now, so that was kind of good. Like, I kind of like, I'm about to unpack it. Like, I'm just saying, like, I
thought
should have
that
been.
was just like a random comment. Like you're just like to like because you live in Newtown now and it's sweet. Don't worry about.
No. I
missing
just
out on the
meant like,
festival.
well, yeah, kind of in a way. Like, I think I was just like, I'm so excited to like be living at home and
true.
like living in the city.
That
Like,
you
there's
don't
so much
care.
to do. So I was
Yeah.
kind of like, I was
That's
still in
true.
a pretty like upbeat mood.
Yeah, that's
you know what I
true.
mean. And especially once Kane and Age got back, like
That's true.
it was like the first week we'd all spent together out
That's
of home, which is a pretty like exciting time.
Yeah.
If I had to go,
That is an
like,
exciting
you know,
time,
back to not that my if I had to go just back to home, just back to my normal
You'd be upset.
sort of life, I'd
You'd be
still
upset.
be pretty flat.
Yeah.
But like it's a pretty exciting couple of weeks.
It is. I'm
being
quite.
out here.
I am, and you know what though? I am quite jealous because the lad pad or the laundromat, as you started calling it,
Well,
needs a better name. Listeners, if you think of a better name, send it in.
yeah, we need a name for the house.
They called it the laundromat from that was the other night.
What did that come from again?
I didn't come up with a name.
You just walked in to that mess?
I just heard that's what you were calling it.
That I didn't get on board with that. I still think it should just
I-
be called the Terrace, but that's been met with very harsh response.
People thinking that it's a bit unoriginal.
But like we don't know anyone else that lives in a terrace, so we would be the terrace.
That's true.
Do you hear my argument?
I understand what
It's
you're
got a
saying.
ring to it. It
Yeah.
absolutely outlines everything that we're
Mm.
about here.
If someone on your street though, if you were going, oh, we're looking for their place. Oh, don't they have a name? Yeah, it's called the Terrace. People would struggle to locate which is yours because the whole street is terraces.
True. A very rare and niche scenario you've just painted there.
Yeah.
However, is that fair to say?
Yeah, it is.
Like
But possible.
the chances that we're at a party on this 20 street house strip of also terraces.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh, they said it's called the Terrace. Which one is it? That's
Pretty-
the only direction they
Yeah.
gave. They didn't give an address.
no, you just gotta find your way. It's the blue one, the blue
The
terrace.
Blue Terrace.
Again, I feel like that
There's
narrows it down.
There's like not really. There's like another 5 on your street.
Is there?
Yeah.
With the hedges out the front. No, I'm just giving away where I live.
Yeah.
Don't come to my house.
No.
But pretty raucous the other day. I was sitting in the living room, just downstairs. Kane was up here working. So my two roommates are Kane and EJ. EJ comes home from being at the shops, knocking on the door like really quick, like I didn't answer straight away, and he just goes, "Cody, open the door." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm coming. Like, relax." Like, I
Chill,
was like
mate.
wandering to the door. I was like, "Dude, like,
Relax.
dude."
One solid knock. Wait a couple seconds.
Yeah, one knock will suffice." And he like burst into the door. He's like, "Dude, oh my God, you like won't believe it. Like there was a guy stumbling down the main street butt naked, but he's got his mask on and his thongs."
Right.
And EJ's like, "Oh, I thought he was like chasing me, but like I don't know. I just ran home and here I am."
Fair
So
enough. That's enough to startle you. And
we tried to look out EJ's window downstairs. Couldn't see him. Come up, Kane's working. We're like, "Kane, are you busy? Like this is important." Burst into Kane's room because
Yeah.
Kane's got the balcony that looks out onto the street.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Does he pay extra for that view?
Nah, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So
Got
you're
it.
going
In negotiations, contract.
Oh, look, there's negotiations.
It was
were
brought
done.
up.
They were done.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy dead set, like butt naked. I sent you the video,
Yeah,
didn't I?
Starkers. He was absolutely Starkers. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
like
the birthday suit.
birthday suit, stumbling his way down the street.
Package out.
Looked like he'd had a pretty big night. I think that's fair to say.
Mm.
I don't know what time of day this was.
It was Arvo.
I feel like it was like 3 or 4.
It wasn't dark.
No.
It was definitely.
It was like Arvo Light though. It wasn't even. It wasn't early Arvo Light.
But I think it wasn't dark. That's what we're saying.
No.
This was happening during the day.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
This
like,
might happen at night, and it's slightly more acceptable.
no, I feel like it'd be way more scary at night.
Yeah,
More acceptable from his perspective. Yeah. Okay.
but during the day, being belligerently
Out of your mind.
out of your face
Yeah.
and naked running down the street.
Yeah.
Questions, more questions than if it happened at night would be asked.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair, that's fair to say. I think the problem with that is though you just don't even know what question to ask. You don't even know where to start. How do you go about that?
Well,
It was pretty funny. Like there was like 4 or 5 little kids like from up the street, just like
staring.
no, they were losing it. They thought it was so
pretty
funny.
Well, it is pretty funny.
Yeah, it is funny, dude. Honestly, they had the same reaction to us.
Do you reckon he would have got pulled up by the cops or something?
Yeah.
You'd think he would.
Yeah. Well, we were wondering we were going to call the cops, but then he walked past like 4
Snitch.
pubs on the way down.
Snitch.
I mean, I feel like you just got to look
it
out
is.
for the.
Yeah. That's a public health and safety order. that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Do you reckon he spent the night in a cell?
Yeah, I think probably.
Just a little sober up.
Yeah.
Here's some lost and found.
Mm.
Chuck these on, night in the
Yeah,
cell.
yeah.
Wakes up.
Probably.
What am I doing on the floor,
Naked.
naked in a jail cell?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know?
And then it
Then gets the rap from the cops.
Yeah.
What's going on? So
yeah, this is what happened.
this is your various points on CCTV.
I would love to know how he got there though. How he got to that point. Like big bucks party the night before maybe.
Yeah, or in them. Yeah,
Something like that.
Still rolling, just rolling thunder, just causing carnage
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Mentally and physically rolling.
Oh, he was. Yeah,
You know
he
what
was.
I mean?
Was he? Yeah,
He was off his head.
yeah. You can. I hope he got the help he needs. That's all I'm going to say
Reach out
as well.
if you're out there.
Could be a bit of a freak, so maybe not. But no, respectfully, I hope he got the help he needs.
Yeah. Respectfully, of course.
Yeah. Always.
So kind of been like we've been up and about. Went out to Marrickville the other night.
Yeah,
which
we
was
went
cool.
the other night.
Oh, you were there.
I was there. Correct. Yeah.
I was like saying that like as if I was going to tell you a story. It's like, oh, I know you were there.
Actually, wait a second.
Can we open it? Yeah, can we?
I was just about to do that. Yeah. So, like we said, we're out of practice, and this usually happens before the 10-minute mark at least. Oh, good sound. Yeah. We're getting better at opening it with the one hand.
Sorry.
I wasn't aggressive. You aggressive just got it.
I didn't really want to spill it on my floor.
Yeah, that's fair. Cheers.
Cheers.
So we got
That's pretty good.
the James Squire ginger beer. Bit different from this is probably like one of the main competitors with the Brookie Union. But the Jim Squire one's not as good. It's not as bold in flavour. Maybe
I was about to say I probably prefer it because it's just a bit easier drinking. It's not as
it's
like
not as bold and
Yeah.
The
I
other
like
one's
that.
a bit more bold.
you know when you
But
eat.
to be fair, the other one on tap, the
Brookie Union?
Brookie Union on tap, pretty undeniably good.
What like have you know when you eat something sour and it like you can feel it in like your glands, like your back teeth.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I drink Brookie Union and like
Really?
cruises and stuff. It's just too sweet. I don't know.
See, I don't get the sweetness, but like cruises, I know what you mean. I don't know. They're still nice though. These are really
They're
are James Squire classic.
I prefer them, dude. The mozzies in this room. It's a
Yeah.
real issue.
Mozzie coil or just any smoke. I reckon any.
Do you reckon I should
incense-
light an incense tonight?
Yeah, any smoke or like candle will draw them away. Or,
Okay.
like, keep them out of the room.
Yeah.
And keep your room smelling nice also.
I bought an incense holder. You can see just there next to the.
Very, very stylish.
I
Next
bu-
to your film camera as well and your little plant.
Yeah, just to let everyone know now that I live in Newtown.
Very, very stylish. And you also have a Tyler the Curator and a Parcels poster. So
Don't expose me.
you
Don't expose
you're
me.
kind of hitting every part of the starter pack at the moment. You're doing well. It's a bit of bingo.
Yeah, look, I mean,
Bit of
But I didn't-
bit of inner west bingo.
nothing changed from my old room, really.
Righto.
You never went in there, I guess.
And you got the Akubra. Just
Not while I
out
was
as well.
awake, anyway. What?
You got the Akubra.
Yeah. The Akubra from the back of your car.
Yeah.
Someone, it's probably one of your mates, and they're going to watch this and be like, that's mine.
Well, you know what? Squatters' rights, and this is also something I kind of believe in. If you leave something at someone's house, car, etc., in someone else's possession, and pretty much forget about it and make no effort to contact them for like 6 months or a couple months at least,
Yeah.
depending on what the item is the amount of time that is like kind of can go by. But like in a Cobra, you give it a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like,
if they
pretty
don't
good.
know they lost it though?
Well, like, what do you mean? How
What if
could
they-
not know they've lost it?
Well, they've lost it, but they might not know where. They thought they could have left it at a festival and it's gone forever.
Well,
Is this me
Squatter-
complaining about getting
no,
a
I'm just
Cobra?
saying it's squatters' rights now.
Yeah, okay.
They should have tried to figure out. You know, they should have They should have done more investigation. All I'm going to say is, if you think it's yours, it's not yours anymore. It was mine. I then gifted it to Cody.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
So,
that's exactly how
but it was in
went
my car for like a year,
down.
and I kept cleaning out my car and going, "Whose is this?" And then I would just leave it.
Hang on. Did you say cleaning out your car?
No, not just like a mild cleaning out.
Just like removing stuff from the car.
yeah.
No actual cleaning went
My
down.
car also doubles as a storage vault for my cricket. Just anything like golf.
It's
cricket,
it's Amart
cricket.
All Sports in there.
Mate, there's everything. There's snorkels. There's spike ball. There's a footy.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, yeah.
tennis balls. There's everything in it. There's snorkels, flippers,
Yeah.
and then there's also like Crocs, thongs, 3 hats. There's the inventory in there is
Yeah.
there's lots.
Yeah.
Because I got nowhere to put it. Like I can't put it in my room.
Why?
'cause-
Your room's massive.
Yeah, but it just like clutters the floor if I put it in my room.
Is this where you said Louise didn't let you store stuff anywhere as well?
Yeah, and then my mum doesn't let me store.
Do you have an attic?
We've got like literally a storage spot in the house where I would put it, and she goes, "No, you can't keep it, and then it takes up too much room." And I can't, and then I'm like, "I gotta put it in the garage." No, you can't put it in there. So it just
Interesting.
lives in my car. So I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if it's in my room, it just annoys me. 'Cause
I know what you mean.
yeah. So I just
I don't like my room being cluttered at all.
we've discussed it. Yes. Yeah. You
Deeply.
do have a very nice room. It's nicely laid out.
Thank you. I've been
It's
working
a
on
very
it.
calm layout.
Mm.
But we have, you listeners know we've had this yarn a few times. We like
I
to keep-
can't remember what I say on the pod ever. So like,
You don't remember?
no.
I do.
Because you always call me out. You like say, "Oh, we've said this before," and I'm like,
Yeah. Well, not you directly, but I'm just saying if we're having a similar yarn to what we've spun before.
"That's okay. We can touch base.
it's
It's
good
part of
to-
my character, you know."
Yeah, but it's good to reinforce things.
It is.
You know, we're trying to push a good message, a positive message.
Keep your room clean.
That's right. But yeah, my
That's good
car's
stuff.
Actually, I dropped off my friend from work today, and she got in the car and she was like, "What the fuck?" Because I'll give her because she on my way home, it's like 2 seconds away from our work. So every now the car is in better and worse states on occasion.
Sure.
And there's like a tent in there that I need to clean.
Yeah.
And just cricket stuff from the weekend. And she went, "Mate, this is like one of the worst." There's no direct rubbish per se,
No.
but it's just stuff.
It's
It's just stuff.
while we're here, it just needs a clean. Like the dashboard needs a wipe down.
You know. Shan. On that stuff. Oh yeah, Shan needs clean.
It needs a vacuum.
It needs some love.
It needs some TLC.
It needs some love.
Yeah.
I plan to do it, but it's cleaning your car is one of those jobs that it's not even a rainy day job. You just can't.
It doesn't take long, dude.
I know it doesn't take long, and I've done it. I've done it a lot, but it's not really even a clean as much as a reorganize.
What
I'm just
about
putting stuff back on the right shelf?
Well, that's all cleaning
More
is when you
than-
think about it.
That is true.
Do you know what I mean?
That is true.
I've been thinking about that because when I come into my room and it's messy,
Mm.
all it takes is me just moving something and putting it in a drawer, and then it's clean. You know?
Mm. Yeah, no, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I'm a clean person. I don't want to say I'm a messy. I keep things tidy.
No, it's just your car.
Just my car
It's
is
just
where
your
my car is kind of where everything ready another word conglomerates. Is that a word? I think it is. Anyway, keep rolling with it. Everything just kind of ends up in that end point. It's almost like a lost and found area.
Okay.
Where that's just where it goes.
Hence, Seta Cobra.
Yeah. Hence, okay, and there's just it's a bit of a graveyard for teacups. That's probably the one thing. Because I'll just have a cup of tea in the morning on the way to work, and I'll just leave the cup. And then at home, I then after a couple of weeks, or whatever, I go to get a teacup. I'm like, where the fuck are they? And then I turn a corner, and you hear ding 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 ding, and there's just like 15 teacups just smashing each other on the floor, and you're like, oh, that's where they are.
Don't you have on the go coffee cup?
Yeah, but I just enjoy drinking out of a teacup. Like I drink water. I
Is this
drink
like-
everything out. It's
is
just
this
like a
like-
weird thing that I like to do.
Just the one weird thing you like
yeah,
to
just
do.
one.
It's not.
No, there's not really any others. It's just that. Just drinking everything out of a teacup. But yeah, I just like it. So I just, and then I know when I'm driving because I can hear the noise, but I just ignore it because it's just one of the many noises that my car will make.
Yeah, along with your own head noise.
Yeah, along with
So,
and that's pretty loud. So that usually blocks everything.
oh, that's
else
loud.
out.
That's loud. Jamie told me today when he drove back from the doof that he was just he did it in silence for a good couple hours.
Well, I was driving back with my friend Harry, and
Didn't you go with Turner?
No, I went with Harry, and I on the way we literally got out of the gate of the of the property, and then we started driving, and I was asleep. Woke up, and I woke up, and we were pulling up to Macca's, and Harry's like, "Wake up, we're at Macca's." So he would have done an hour and a half, the first half hour, first half of the trip home, just in silence by himself while I'm in the chair asleep. So
He was probably fine though.
great. One of the, yeah. Well, he didn't have a monster the night before. He
Okay.
was
My phone. Okay.
the boss has left his phone on.
In my defense, my phone is never on. Hang on. My phone is never off silent. It's only because I needed to hear your message saying you were here. So it's basically your fault.
Okay, double in trouble. But yeah, Harry, bloody legend for driving home.
Shout out Harry.
Shout out Harry because you know what, I couldn't have drove.
He's a great man. Also offered his own said pad for the pod in the past.
He has. We've
Say that
episode 2
5 times fast.
has offered his own pod previously in the past pod.
Yeah.
Episode 2. It was episode
One of the
2.
great episodes.
One of the great episodes.
Was filmed twice.
Was filmed twice. Only one we've had to film again because technical issues.
Yes. Camera didn't work.
Camera didn't work for at least 3/4 of the episode.
Yeah.
So, if you are a frequent on the Barflies listening, a frequent listener, I should say.
Yeah.
You'll know about our camera troubles, especially if you watch on YouTube. You'll know. You'll be well educated in what goes on with this camera.
I feel
the little moments of quiet where you hear us go, okay, just fixing the camera. Or just like and that's us because we haven't got it fixed quick enough.
we also, I'm pretty sure I said we had a blow up for the camera last week
On
as
air.
well. On air.
Yeah. And we've maybe even talked previous about getting a new camera.
Which
We've had in
the chances
off air, we've had so many chats about
we need a new camera.
We need to get this new camera.
That was unlikely of happening when I lived at home.
Yeah,
But now I'm also broke.
that's true.
So look, that might have to push that back to like February.
And if I'm the financial spearhead on it, we're in trouble. Because one thing I'm not known for is budgeting.
That's true.
It's not a strength.
You do. You love spending money, eh?
Who doesn't?
Here, let me do it. Sit down. I don't love it as much as you do, I would say.
I don't love spending money.
You do. Yes, you do.
No. You didn't let me finish. You cut me off. I just like having fun. I like having a good time. And unfortunately, those things cost money. But like I said to you on the phone the other day, what good is money when you're dead? Tell me.
That is true.
What good is money when you're dead?
Wait, hang on. Can a corpse spend money?
He cannot. He cannot.
Wait, he can't spend it.
He can't spend any. Not a cent. Not a cent.
So why would you save till you're dead then?
Seems dumb to me. Like, that's why you have super, so that you can party all you want. That's why you have super, so you can go out, you can do whatever you want. And then when you hit the age of 65, it's like this backup fund.
Okay.
And they go, mate, keep having a good time, brother.
Did you touch your super in COVID?
No.
You were allowed to, apparently.
No, yeah, but you shouldn't do that. It's actually worse for you in the long run.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
No, you shouldn't. You should just leave your super as long as possible. No, I do save some stuff. We do, although I like to joke that I don't. There is some saving going on.
On the way here, Xander called me and said, "Have you had dinner?" And I said, "No, I made food." And then you said, "Damn it. I was hoping you were going to say, no, let's go get a feed."
And like third night in a row, buy food.
And then Xander came and ate all my food.
Yeah. Katie cooked me up something
How was it? You like it?
Yeah, it was good. I was also bloody hungry.
I've been getting my mitts around the kitchen a little bit since I moved out.
Yeah, you've been really liking. I've been liking your
Growing
passion for not necessarily eating, because I know you're not the biggest eater.
No.
But you liking cooking more and more.
I like cooking for the other boys as well.
Yeah, which is nice. It's a good thing. It's nice to watch.
EJ won't mind me saying this either. He is actually
Garbage.
he's he's just useless in the kitchen.
in the kitchen.
So
Great bloke.
great bloke. Actually, this might be funny for the viewers.
Mate, he couldn't even fucking.
This might be funny for the
I don't
viewers.
reckon he'd blow.
The other night,
Could he cook toast properly?
oh, probably.
Yeah.
The other night we went to the pub. I had a pretty big night. I think that's
Yeah.
fair to say. I had a pretty big night.
Yeah. You actually.
Um, And I walked downstairs the following morning, and EJ goes, "Do you remember the deal last night?" And I said, "No." "What deal?" And I was shown this video, which went something along the lines of this.
What's the deal? Oh, stay the deal. Stay the deal.
The deal is, since I bought Cody around and Cody keeps forgetting to buy me the round, he has to just make me 1 mil. 1 mil.
Do you agree?
1 mil. I agree. 1 mil. 1 mil.
So at some point during the night,
Can you translate?
that was actually English, believe it or not.
That was English.
That wasn't Braille.
No,
That was,
that was almost as close as you can get to verbal hieroglyphics. They
Yeah.
they thought ancient Egyptian was a lost language. you thought wrong. It's still kicking.
mate, there's a serious language barrier in this household. I'll tell you that much for free. I will tell you that much. But look, apparently the blackout version of me makes deals about cooking.
He wheels
other
the
people
deals.
move. Oh, he's a
wheeler and
He's
dealer.
he's an efficient mover.
Yeah,
He makes things happen. You
yeah,
know.
he does. His stats. He's a good stat. Well, you're already a well-rated card on the night out, as discussed.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now my logistics have probably gone up.
true. Maybe we got to redo the cards.
We might have to revisited.
Moving out Cody. Streets will never forget.
The streets don't
You
forget.
like the M&E card.
Yeah. FIFA 13.
Of FIFA, of FIFA cards, of going out FIFA cards.
Dude, girls everywhere just love that.
Frothing. If you don't know who that is, M&EK, not to sound like too much of a big nerd, FIFA nerds,
Of a
but
schmeek.
when we were 13, he was like this gun FIFA player. But he was not that good in real life, but on FIFA, he was very good.
This would probably be a fair thing to say. 90% of our listeners know who M&EK is.
Probably.
If not higher.
I'm not surprised.
If
at that,
not higher.
to be fair.
My mum probably even knows.
She's probably heard you yell his
Screaming
name out,
his name,
screaming
yeah.
at anger.
Yeah.
M&EK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a rager on the game? Actually, wait a second. What was the deal? Sorry, sidetrack.
The deal was...
What was the actual deal?
Oh, you actually couldn't understand it. What EJ was
I
trying to
couldn't
say...
hear. I got vagues of it.
Okay, so EJ was basically saying he was buying me around and I was going to cook him a meal in return.
Depends what the drink is, but yeah, good deal.
I just drink beers anyway, as you know. So I was,
big fella. Yeah.
$7.
No.
It's pretty much even anyway. It's pretty much checks out like a meal.
Yeah.
Like we spent $15 on that food tonight.
You know what though? Yeah, you like beer, but mate, my frozen Long Island iced tea. I mean, frozen Long Island.
No, it's just a frozen margie, wasn't it?
No, it was like a Long Island iced tea.
That's what it was. $15.
Long Island iced tea. You couldn't get your fucking mitts off it.
Me.
Mate, I bought one and you were all over, and then you knocked it over.
You did tell me that. I don't remember doing that.
No, you actually knocked one of my beers over, and then
No,
'cause-
shut
then
up.
Me and Kane and each tricked you into me buying.
Did you actually? You scumbag.
No, but you also drank half of my other one
Yeah.
because I gave you. You're like,
Should've
give me,
drank more of it.
Oi, bro, give me a sip, give me a sip, and then I gave it to you, and you're like, and you just absolutely smashed it, and then got it back, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you. So to be fair, you kind of did over.
Okay.
And it was a full beer. It was
Onwards.
actually a full beer.
Onwards. Yeah. That's fine.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I was like, fine. I don't know what happened. It was a big one.
I got here a bit late because I had cricket. But yeah, you're just having a good time, mate.
Yeah, it's good. We started just
Snarling.
drinking pretty early in the backyard.
And it was just kind of fun, like going on a bit of a walk to the Vic on the park.
Mm.
Great pub.
One of the great pubs.
Great pub.
One of the
Such,
great pubs.
Just a good pub.
Yeah. Are you going to
do you
come
remember
out?
me airballing my shot in the basketball?
Yeah,
court?
I do. That was pretty funny.
And there was a bit of a small crowd there.
do you want to talk the people through that?
Well, you know, I hadn't taken a shot, and we were leaving.
They have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so at the Vic in the Park, it's this pub, and it's got this really good beer garden, but there's like a half-court basketball hoop area there.
Could I also just
And it's
interject quickly? Right now in Sydney, there's restrictions again. So there's no standing and drinking.
Yeah.
So everyone is seated except the people playing basketball.
Yeah.
So you're
And
kind
it's
of
fun to watch. It's just something good to watch.
you
as
kind
you're
of
sitting there.
while you're sitting there, everyone's kind of like got an eye on the basketball
Yeah.
court if you're in that sort of vicinity.
Yeah, and there was a couple blokes playing, and one of them I was talking to the pub. I was talking at the bar before, and we were having a bit of a laugh and whatever. And I was like, "Oh, I really want to take it," because it's like just fun though. You just shoot a shot, you know. It's a bit. You don't want to take it to get sweaty at the pub. That's a bit.
No,
where
no,
you
no.
going.
But, you know,
I just wanted to have a little dig, leave it,
a little trundle.
little trundle, if you will. And so I was like, "Oh, give us a go." And he's like, "All right, but you got to get the ball." Someone had a shot, grabbed it, and then he was like, "All right, here we go." And then him, and then like the couple blokes he was with, like, "Oh, fuck, here we go." And then I was like, "Yeah," and took a shot, and just airballed it hard. And they were like, "Fucking boat." And then they felt that bad for me that they did give me another go. I swished it on the second attempt.
Okay, I didn't see the second one.
Yeah. But the second one was clean.
I saw what I needed to see.
Yeah, and I thought, and you remember, you didn't remember anything else.
No.
You were pretty much unconscious for
Yeah.
the last 3 hours, but you remember that, don't you?
Yeah.
No, but it was nice to get the second redemption shot. But I'll tell you what, the first one, embarrassing.
What was going through your head after you airball that in that situation?
Vintage Xander? Vintage. Embarrass yourself. Vintage.
You like if you had a guy like a camera crew following you around filming your life.
Yeah.
That's just like chapter 4.
Yeah, that's pretty
on brand.
Pretty on brand for me.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Maybe I might have been talking myself up. I don't even remember.
Look,
I'd probably
let's-
talk my.
What
my
do we reckon?
basketball
What do we
skills.
reckon is a more likely story here? You did talk yourself up, or you played it down?
I probably said that I'm the second coming of Steph Curry or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard you throw around that.
You know, well, you know, he shoots 50%, and I technically shoot 50%.
Is that good? That doesn't sound
That is
good.
from 3 points good.
Oh, okay.
And you know, had 2 shots, so technically not wrong, but you know, is what it is. Leave it like that.
I only saw one
Yeah,
shot.
but it was
ladies and
vintage. Now,
Uh,
all I'll say. Luckily, the girl that there was like a very like good looking girl sitting on the end of the table closest to the basketball, and you know, just glad she wasn't watching. You know, glad they had left.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
table of good looking girls had left before I absolutely missed bad in
Yeah,
front of
yeah.
a crowd of people
Mm.
because that's not good.
Yeah. Well, at least if they saw that, they'd like know what you're all about just from the get go.
Yeah, loser.
But you didn't give up.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's the redeeming quality of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull you out here.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, thanks. Do you got a segue? Segways are off. Segways are off. 2 weeks, no segues.
Maybe that can be our thing in 2022. No segues.
Segwayless. Okay.
Segwayless.
Segwayless.
I would like to just point out
Say less.
Xander is wearing my shirt again.
And this is on the yarn of Saturday night continued.
Xander
That
rocks.
would have been a good segue, actually. That would if you had come up with it sooner.
Yeah, well, look, we're not doing segues this year. We've established that.
Okay, fine. No segue.
In fact, we should go roundabout to avoid the segue.
Yeah.
We should try and make it
Should we
more.
go love and beef then?
We should try and make it more audibly jarring for everyone listening.
Okay. Well, we did kind of have a little fumble there before we got to the continuation. But on the shirt, let's just ignore it. Let's stop. Anyway, enough about this fucking segues. Who gives a shit?
God, that's dribble. My
Good
shirt.
great shirt.
Thank you.
I like it. And the one I was wearing on Saturday night, I actually asked Cody to borrow it for one weekend because I really liked it, and I want to wear it again.
I've asked for it to be washed and returned. Will
Yeah.
I see it again?
Yeah, you will. No, you will. It was just a good shirt.
I'm
liked it.
gonna type up a contract.
I'll probably wear it just like around the house as well.
I'm
gonna buy one. I'm gonna buy it.
Are you gonna like get the brand
know-
and stuff?
Yeah, well, mate. Sometimes when something's comfortable, you just wow, you know.
Yeah. It's a good shirt.
You know, I was sold.
Yeah.
I was sold.
Yeah. I really like oh god, this sounds like such a loser Newtown thing to say, but like I really like secondhand clothes. Do you know what I mean? Do you get that? I was talking to EJ about it. He said the same
Like, do you mean like the fact that they're kind of already the awkward stage of them where they're not being worn and kind of not stretched a little? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and I think
do you-
just like the idea that like you're not contributing to like fast fashion just by like
Yeah,
buying
right.
shitty clothes, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool, like when you buy a shirt, it's like 10 years old. It's like, I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of it in a way.
Yeah. I think
Secondhand.
Yeah, I probably need to get a bit more into it.
You should.
But, you know, I kind of buy clothes in like big dumps. If I'll say, I'll be like, okay, I need this, and I'll buy like,
Yeah, you
know,
do that, don't you?
I'll buy like a bunch of stuff in a short period of time.
Mm.
And then I don't have to shop for ages. And then when I shop again, I buy like a bunch of things. You know what I mean?
I like buy one thing every like 3 weeks, maybe.
So yeah, I don't do that. But you know what? I got a new flanny. That was very comfortable.
Oh, dude, I don't have a flanny. I need to get one.
Yeah, so I'm keen. That was part of my Woody costume.
Yes.
Because at the said festival, we and Cody were supposed to go as Buzz and Woody because the theme was characters on one of the nights. There was actually another Buzz there, and there was a Jessie. So
It's
we
not
all
the
got a
same.
photo.
But there was no other Woody.
There was no other Woody.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, how weird
That's
that?
actually
just
fucked
like
up.
out by chance from different groups. There was a Jessie and a Buzz and a Woody.
Fuck. It was written in stars. I was never going to make it to that festival.
Yeah, I know.
It was either me or him.
That's why he didn't come.
Yeah. Where does he live?
He lives in Sydney actually, so he probably lives around here. Yeah, so that was actually cool, but the flanny for it, very comfortable. Just the flanny itself.
Nice.
Flanny's underrated. Just like get them from wherever. Lowe's, Big W.
I don't.
job.
Yeah, I'm kind of picky with. I want one, but like I know which sort of like what sort of
One you want.
one I want. I found one the other day at a shop up in Newtown, and like it was just too big, and I was like,
Devo. You could just wear it around the like winter, just like pajamas.
nah, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
What
do
about
that.
if you wore it as like a jacket? You had a t-shirt on underneath.
Nah, it's too long. I'm a short boy.
Yeah, true.
Onwards.
Fair enough. Phone's going so unprofessional. Another one from
Was that
me.
mum?
Yeah, it was.
Louise, come on. You should know better. Kidding.
No good. Thinking of things that should know better.
Okay.
No, it's not a segue. I was just gonna do. I love.
Yeah,
Affair
let's
and
cheer
Beef.
in the love affair and beef.
We haven't done. Well, we've been doing them recently. We're gonna try and stay more on track with doing the segments still,
Just with everything that we do.
because we're a bit skitsy per se. Like we're a bit all over the shot sometimes.
I think that's like it's part of the beauty of it though, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be fair, it also feels more like all over the place when we're here. But when you listen to it back, it's not as bad as like it is.
Yeah,
As we think it is sometimes.
that's true. That is true.
Not to get sidetracked.
But yeah, that's true. So Cody didn't
No, you brought
really
it up.
have any. Did you have one?
No, but you brought this up.
So I've got a love affair, and although they have provided us both with bad news, yours probably worse. Well, they've provided a lot of people with bad news recently, to be fair. But they're rapid COVID tests, your rat test, your antigen, you know, your
Pretty
swab
unreal
at
for you, mate.
home. Hey,
What? Nothing.
what did you say?
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, righto, champion. The rapid test, you know, I love it. Not the test itself, because you have to obviously like stick the thing up your nose and whatever, and it's pretty scat. But the idea that I can just do it at home, it takes 10 minutes, is so much better. And when there's like more abundance of them and people aren't just stockpiling them, it'll be better for everyone.
And
but
they're
of course,
free.
like people are just like selfish and don't think about that. But like when they become more abundant and easy to get, God, they're so much better than having to drive somewhere. You know, your potential waiting time could be anywhere from 15 minutes to, you know, a couple hours.
Yeah.
Depending on, and especially depending on how badly you need a test. And if PCR is the only one that's a possibility, and you got to wait 6 hours, and you got to wait 6 hours. But the rapid test, boom, done. And from the comfort of your home, the only drive you might have to do is to your local chemist or shopping centre. Which
Yeah.
is pretty good in
Yeah.
the scheme of things.
No, you are right, and especially going forward because like COVID doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon.
No, sir.
I can see that I will come around to them in the future.
You're just off them at this point in time.
However,
Yeah.
they've provided me nothing but stress, trauma,
Yeah.
bad news,
You're off them.
bad vibes. Honestly,
Bad juju.
bad juju.
Yeah, very bad juju.
Gave me nothing.
He's not happy.
I'm not happy.
I know, and I know it was kind of a difficult. I know it was a hard yarn to spin on you,
That's okay. I understand. No, because that's what I'm saying. I get where you're coming
but
from.
it's my I personally I'm like fuck yeah, so good.
In the future,
That's
though,
what we've been waiting for.
they'll probably find a place in my heart.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's the next step for the COVID. Because the
Agreed.
big thing is like the testing, like going overseas, traveling. A big thing is like if you got to get an actual test every time, how's international? It's like not possible to do international travel. But with these rapid tests, it just makes everything such, it just makes everything happen faster, and the possibilities is
Totally.
becomes more not endless because it's just a rapid test. It's not a life changing bit of technology, but it just like the possibility of you being able to do something else, like going back to normal, like it was before.
yeah, it's part of like helping us live with COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Enough COVID yarn. Do you want to discuss this beef that you've got here?
Oh. It's almost a shoe on the other foot kind of occasion because you love Guzman and Gomez,
Love that shit.
and I'm like rapid tests at the moment. So we're kind of almost the same contradicting in this way.
You could say it was a bit like Steve Smith bowling to Jimmy Anderson the final over of this test yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I
see
mean?
what you mean.
Maybe
Let's not jump to the test just yet.
I'm
'Cause
just using it. Hey, I was just throwing a metaphor out there.
I liked it. I liked it.
Did you? Didn't sound like it.
No, because I was just trying to process. I was like, I got what you meant.
Just took you a while.
Just took me a while. A bit slow. But we shouldn't talk cricket because that's a can of worms that...
We're going to in like 3 minutes anyway.
Yeah, but, we want to try and keep that as short as possible because that we could just do weekly Ashes episodes, to be fair.
Mum had a go at me today. She's like, I've been listening to the podcast and like you guys talk about so much cricket. I have to skip so much.
Yeah.
But then she's like, and then I realised I was watching the cricket special.
The cricket special. Yeah, it's literally, we say that's the first thing. We said, this is the cricket. Sorry, not to get up your...
Well,
not
she was
to
probably
dig up your
doing
mum.
something as well.
That's fair. But that's like, I'm pretty sure we say
Yeah.
the cricket episode.
Also, the fact it's called the cricket episode might have been
the
a giveaway.
Ashes special. Oh, classic.
Sorry, Mum.
Anyway, Guzman and Gomez. I'm actually considering sending them a message on Instagram because they ruined my favourite shirt. My favourite T-shirt they ruined.
See, okay.
Because I was at a drinks at the office, a farewell drinks for this girl from my work going back to Argentina. And got a bit of dinner, got a bit of Guzman Gomez spicy chicken burrito at the wharf. And I had like it's like an off-white Adidas shirt.
Another one.
I've worn it on this podcast a few times. One of my favourite shirt, probably. I took a bite out of said culprit burrito. And I heard a noise from the culprit, and I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, looked down at the burrito intact, shoes were fine. Like, I was like, "What's that?"
Were you standing or seated?
Standing. And then I looked down at my shirt, and there's this monster stain of burrito juice, like huge, on my t-shirt. I'm like, "Fuck!" But obviously, I can't. Because I'm halfway through these drinks, I can't bail. Can't do the old Irish goodbye and just not come back.
You wouldn't want to either, by the sounds of it.
No, we've just like you want to farewell a friend.
Yeah.
I did have a jumper on me at the time, but so I chucked the jumper on, and it was kind of hot, so it was just uncomfortable.
Middle of summer.
It was the Arvo, so it was going in the night. Luckily, anyway, chucked it on. Burrito, and I kept the burrito staying quiet out of embarrassment. So I had it on, and then I got home. Looked at it. Oh yeah, no good. Straight into the wash, but it was too late. It had its way with my t-shirt. The stain had become ingrained in it,
Right.
in the fibres of the shirt, and
Made itself at home, you could say.
definitely, and impossible to get out, to uproot, and now it's ruined. It's absolutely ruined.
At what point do we question the ability of the consumer here?
What do you mean?
How much of this is to blame on Guzman and Gomez? What
Every part of this.
in what sense is this their fault?
Well, it's their fault for making their food too goddamn juicy and tasty. That's what their fault is. And, as a consumer, my only fault is being the victim of their selling schemes. That their product is worked on me. They've sold me a product and it's worked. I love Guzman and Gomez. Thank you very much. Of course, I'll get a chicken burrito.
Spicy or mild?
Spicy, please. Get one for dinner. Of course, I will. I mean, it's
Do you want to add
cheap.
fries to that?
Yeah, let's. Of course I'm gonna. Of course, drink. Thank you very much. Hello, $13. Thanks for coming. Of course, tap and go.
Did he?
I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe I do like to spend money. Just to circle back. Anyway, I'm not happy. I've fallen victim. I'm a victim of their product being too good.
I'm trying to.
And as a result, I've worn it. Literally and figuratively.
Look, I'm trying to piece this together. This, in movies where they have like the red string going around. I feel like that's you with this right now. But on the other side of that is a fallen soldier. We must commemorate the fallen soldier.
There's a victim here.
There's a victim.
Remember the victims. And that's me. Anyway, Guzman and Gomez, I think they're going to be on the receiving end of a maybe not stern Instagram message, but definitely a probing Instagram message. Just going,
Okay.
Can I get $50 to buy another shirt?
Yeah.
Because it is kind of your fault.
I would like to see this.
I'm doing you a favor by buying your product.
You should maybe type one. You should maybe send them a sternly worded.
From my own account or the podcast
From
account?
your account.
I'll share with the viewers.
Share with the viewers.
What I say.
Yeah.
I want to keep it transparent.
Like we say, you're a man who holds himself in a high regard.
I know, and I want to hold that by keeping myself, I'll show the people.
Mm.
And this, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one who's fallen victim to this. I'm doing
To
this for the
Guzman's fat, juicy-
tastiness. The shelling scheme of the juicy chicken burrito.
Yeah.
I cannot be the only one who's fallen victim here.
Yeah.
If you've also been a victim and you want to share your story, reach out because it's an important. Maybe we can get a kind of like class action.
Bring some
movement
awareness
going.
to the
cause.
to the cause.
Because it's not on.
It's not on.
Need a new shirt.
All right, should we talk some? Let's say I would say sport, but it's going to be cricket for the next 12 minutes before we wrap things up here
What time?
this afternoon.
Jeez,
We're at 48.
That was a quick 48.
Time flies.
Time flies having fun. There you go. Excuse me.
Let's talk cricket. It's just been just finished the fourth test of the Ashes yesterday. England held out for a gutsy draw.
It was actually. You know what? They had a bit of luck fall their way during the test match.
They
To be
did.
fair, like the Stokes bowled thing with a stump not coming out.
Oh,
That's unheard of. At
Come on,
140k,
dude.
like, come on.
did you see Marnus went up to it after? I think it was
and
Marnus. He was like tapping it with his hand and it wasn't
coming.
moving.
Yeah. Look, mate.
It's got to be an investigation.
Oh, mate, I've not seen anything.
That was crazy.
It happens and it just like flicks it,
Mm.
but nothing occurs.
Mm.
Because often it might flick it. The batsman's also given out because it sounds woody, but they'll review it, and then they look on the hot spot, but it comes after and it flicks the stump.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can see.
I know what you mean.
But that like more than half the ball hit the stump.
Yeah, it hit it with like
Pace.
yeah.
And Josh Boland, Scott Boland, sorry. How can I get God's name wrong? So
Got it, MCG.
Can't believe I've done that. Bowling that ball to Jack Leach at the MCG that hit his off stump, pretty much the exact same. Left outside off, comes back, hits off stump. Like the bail goes.
Yeah.
So it's weird to think like on the alternatively like it's happened here and nothing, and it's just not happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam Green as well. It's not like, he's bowling slow.
It's not slow.
It's not slow.
It's just nuts. So they had a couple of things like,
And there was a drop. I think Carey dropped a catch. Smudge dropped
he
a
dropped
catch.
2, Carey dropped 2.
Gee, people getting lippy about Carey on Facebook.
I mean, you can have like Josh Butler,
Dude, his name's Joss.
Josh Butler.
I just found that out like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's so... Wow.
Yeah. It's not like
Get
I
over
can't
yourself.
imagine
Get over
naming my
yourself.
child Joss,
Get over yourself.
but he's English. You don't
Made
know.
Xander
those
without
guys.
an R on the end.
Yeah,
Zand.
yeah. Weird. That would be weird. Yeah.
Cod.
He's English though, so you can't really like.
You kind of
Can't. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Those blokes are weird.
They're weirdos, eh?
They're just weird.
I like a guy came into work yesterday.
But yeah, people are getting a bit lippy about Kerry. I won't have it.
Yeah. Mate, he's been safe as houses up until now. I think he dropped one catch in the second test maybe, but other than that, he's been sensational.
Well, mate, Tim Payne dropped a bunch of catches
Yeah.
in the Indian series,
Yeah,
and he was captain. That's way worse. And he was supposed to be the best keeper we have.
Yeah.
But they've all been the same catch, though.
Alex Carey's a very high energy wicket keeper. Don't you reckon he just
Yeah.
looks like a little 9-year-old out there, just
Yeah.
running around, having fun?
Yeah, he's not the most lippy keeper, but he just
He's
looks
very
like he's
quiet.
on the whole time.
Yeah.
Just because you're not lippy doesn't mean you're not high energy.
Yeah, no, he looks super high energy. Super high energy.
Yeah.
Just really like enthusiastic and just happy to be out there
He
generally.
seems like a great bloke.
Yeah, he does, eh?
Like, he kind of gives me almost like the Pat Cummings vibes a little bit, but like as a wiki keeper.
Yeah, totally.
But he, he hasn't quite had the performances to back up the...
Do you reckon he kind of just looks like he looks like he's from the 1920s? Alex Carey?
From the 1920s.
He just looks like if you saw a photo
just
of the
like a gentleman. Just like a gentleman.
Just like slick back hair, just like very neat and tidy.
Yeah.
And just like,
Yeah.
mate, he'll,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, just seems like a good guy.
I'll say this about the test team as my, like, much like my love, I wouldn't say love for cooking, but, I'm starting to enjoy it more and
growing
more.
passion.
My love for cricket and this Australian cricket team is
Growing.
growing fonder by the wicket.
Mate, yeah, and you know what?
I was borderline in tears when Boland took his third yesterday.
Yeah, it was hot. That was high energy. That stuff.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, that was like, oh mate, it was just so good. And the two in swingers, Pat Cummings, that's fucking porn,
Dude, that one that hit Mark Wood's foot.
mate. Even when they got
Imagine
Butler
facing
out,
that.
mate, that's 140 k's, and it's swung in, mate. If I bowled that in a game of club cricket, I think I might retire. / I would not stop fucking talking about it till the end of time every day. Any time someone said anything, I'd be like, I bowled this ball right. It came in honestly about 2 minutes,
They should build you a grandstand if you bowl a ball like that in park cricket.
mate. That's,
I'll say this.
please
We
do.
played cricket down at the South Coast.
Yeah,
As much as I hate to admit it, I was, getting lippy with you, and every time I got lippy, you'd, do a proper run up and you'd give me a proper ball.
short stuff sometimes. Yeah,
And like we were just using a beach cricket ball, and I'm an inexperienced cricketer, inexperienced with a bat in hand. But like there was definitely an element of like fear there for me. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And you probably, respectfully, weren't bowling that quick. Like you probably weren't even bowling your hardest.
no,
But like it felt quick to me.
yeah.
But what would it have been, do you reckon? How many Ks roughly?
No,
150,
not that.
160?
Yeah. It was off a couple steps, so
But
maybe
like all I'm
maybe
saying
130.
is,
No, I'm kidding.
imagine,
No, I'm kidding. It
like
wouldn't have been
imagine
very, wouldn't have been very
facing
fast.
140 Ks an hour. Like,
Yeah, I know. And like, oh mate,
and
that's
it's
just
landing
next,
at your feet. Like,
mate. It's next level stuff.
it's good stuff.
And like me. Oh mate, it was insane. Those two balls.
I was at-
crazy good.
I was at work and there was only one other customer there. So
Yeah.
I was in the bar watching the cricket and he was just out, I don't know,
Yeah.
having a beer. And like every time we would take a wicket, I was just like just fucking up and
Screaming.
about. Yeah. Especially when Smudge took the one right in the third last over.
Yeah. I finished work yesterday, so I didn't get to watch all of it.
Excuse me.
And then when I got home, or when I got parked my car, I went, okay, because I had to park in the beach car park because
Yep.
I'm staying at my dad's, which is like across the road from the beach. And I was like, by the time I get home, is this just gonna be like, will the game just be like pretty much finished by the time I get home?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'd rather just sit in the car and comfort a little bit and just like watch the game here. So that's what I did. I just listened to it on the Triple M call team, and I was like, oh, this sounds so good. Because it was just drama, great drama, great theatre of cricket, you know. And it's what it's all about.
Listening
you know?
to the Triple M commentary is good because they're just like,
So biased.
they're just so biased.
But it's like they're doing it almost like you're like, surely they have to be taking the piss because they are just like so biased.
But they're just
sometimes.
Aussie. They're just Aussie blokes. Like
Yeah.
that's their brand, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But to be fair, the English version of Triple M would be doing the exact same thing.
mate. Anyway, the other day was yesterday actually. I was at work earlier on. An English bloke came in,
Yeah.
and as soon as he walked in, I had the cricket on every TV, so it was up quite loud. So as soon as he walked in, he was like, "Fuck me, mate, I
Well,
can't."
bugger mate.
Yeah, he's literally like, "I can't escape this." I'm like, "You will not escape it here this afternoon. I will tell you that much."
shan't.
And every time you come up to the bar, I'm going to ask you how you guys are going.
Yeah.
And so I did. But I did make the mistake of asking him, how do I think England have... Actually, no, I actually quite enjoyed the yarn. You know, I'm always up for a yarn.
Oh,
Is that fair to
You
say?
were- I don't know if you knew this about Cody, but he's up for a yarn.
Yeah, I don't mind a yarn.
Night and day.
I'm so obnoxiously extroverted. I run a podcast in my
Yeah.
bedroom, dude, because I need other people to hear the sound of my voice. that
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. So it's weird that you'd like to spin a yarn.
He came up to the bar.
Let's go.
And I
Yeah.
asked him, what do you think England have done wrong? Or like, how do you, not what they've done wrong, but I said like, how do you feel about the way England have gone about things this series? Because it just seems like they've just made like decision after decision that's been like,
Wrong.
what are they doing?
This was the best squad they've named yet. Definitely.
Yeah.
For their SCG.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Jack Leach has to be there
Mm.
in a sense, so.
Better than
Ollie
Chris-
Robinson's been kind of okay, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's not
He's
Broad
no
or
Mark
Anderson. He's not Mark Wood. But Chris Throwdown Wokes can get the mate. He's shocking. Anyway,
The fact he even got, did he get picked for 2 tests? He made 2, didn't he?
No,
I think he got
All
picked for the
finish
first
your
2.
story. Finish your story.
No, that was it, but he just pretty much like went through the entire, it took him like 20 minutes. Again,
There's a lot to dissect, mate. We should have got him on.
honestly.
You should have just said, mate, what are you doing on Monday, Arvos? we need an Englishman's perspective on this one.
Yeah, we need a representative.
Yeah.
But he was pretty much in the same boat as us, just challenging Joe Root as captain and his ability to lead a team.
No one else can
Because
do
he's
it.
a
though.
massive beta. Surely Stokes could do it, dude.
Yeah, but Stokes is a good team, man. He
Broad,
wouldn't-
one of them.
Nah, but Broad too old, and I don't think Broad's that much of like a. I don't know. Don't know if he's much of a team player, especially at the age he is now.
Maybe it's just a lack of leadership in the nation in England as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I was more, just generally reaching out to the football team rather than,
okay.
the governing body over there.
Okay, I thought you just meant as a. I just thought you meant as a people. Just lack a bit of ticket.
Would I be wrong in saying that? Look, if I had to base it off, one of like what should be like 11 of England's most
fearsome warriors.
fierce warriors, yeah, you're bang on there. If I had to base it off that,
They're not. Yeah,
I would you be worried? Because I'm not worried at all.
I'm not worried.
Not
about
even
them
close to
beating
being
us.
worried.
You know what?
If Johnny Bairstow's your biggest threat, mate, seriously, what are we talking about?
He's just funny. Oh, Johnny Best. He just seems such like a rare bloke as well. He would be actually good to have a beer with.
I was going to say,
reckon.
be good on the sauce.
Yeah, I reckon he'd be pretty funny.
I could put away for you somehow.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon he could too. He's pretty funny. I'm happy though, they did play well because I wanted to see a bit of a as much as I bloody love to see Australia win, especially against England.
I'm glad they made 5 days this time.
But you want to see 5-day test match because that is how test match cricket should be played. And it's good that there was a game where, although Australia still was pretty dominant for most of the game, but it was good to see England have periods where they kind of put it together and, looked like doing something and making the game interesting. Because they haven't really, apart from like glimmers of hope throughout different sessions and different games, they've not really done it.
Look, I think they got a little tap on the bum from the rain delay on day 1.
I think that helped. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing about the Sydney test. It always has a couple hours.
Well, they're
lost
talking
to
about moving
rain.
it to the first test.
Well, although Shane
it was
Warne
raining
said
all
it,
of
and everyone's a
December.
bit off Shane Warne, but I don't think it's the worst idea to maybe figure out a better time.
Yeah.
Because it does miss. It has in recent years. Anyway, it has been pretty rainy around that time of year.
Yeah. Next year, definitely keen to go.
Yeah,
COVID
100%,
kind of,
100%.
for lack of a better word.
Put a spanner in the
us?
works. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, look, I have to get aggressive because
Well, our chances of watching cricket live, it did.
yeah, exactly.
Fisted it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. Well, we didn't go, did we?
Did you go?
I was supposed to.
Did I go?
No,
No one went.
absolutely fisted them.
So,
Great choice of
where
words.
were
mate.
we?
Yeah. Anyway, and I think the crown jewel
Oh, here we go.
of not the crown jewel, but the highlight, I should say, of this Sydney test.
Yep.
The king, Usman Khawaja.
How could we forget? We haven't even spoken about it this whole
Well, I
way.
was saving the best for last. I was letting us kind of divulge before we got to it. Building anticipation.
Can I put it this way?
You can go.
I told you so.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
We told you so.
We did tape. What did we say?
Did we
said
s-
get him in? We said get him in.
Look, is there a spot in the selection panel for us? If there's not, I'd be disappointed.
But,
I think some questions have got to be asked.
mate, if you listen to the Bar Fives podcast, which is special, you will hear us, like everyone else in the nation, barracking strongly for Usman Khawaja. Travis Head, fulfilled. He's fulfilled our expectations. Usman has
Surprised us a little bit, even, you could say.
Yeah, he's been playing
Pleasantly
well.
surprised
Yeah,
us.
And now Usman's come in, taken his spot. Haven't seen them play together, which would be cool. But, mate, Usman looked great. 2 back-to-back hundreds. Are you kidding?
Is this, dude?
Are
oh
you
my
kidding?
God! I know we both said
Averaging what? What's he averaging now? 238 or something?
You could clip me saying Usman is going to be man of the series because he's going to stop the batting collapse of the middle order.
You actually did say
I
that.
said that.
You actually did say that. And look at you, mate. Impressive.
Cricket knowledge, mate.
You know, mate, you've done well. I'm impressed. But I will just say this quickly. I think Cam Green, although he did make a 60, but his 60 and Marcus Harris's 60s, very different. Marcus Harris top scored for the game. He scored more than England scored in their second innings.
Important.
Cam Green on a track where you could score runs and with an old ball on the second innings, more tired bowlers, bit easier. Bit easy to bat.
Yep.
So, and before that, he made 0, 2, 0 and like nothing. When I can just see Harris kind of slow, he's just slowly getting better and better. Like every innings he looks like he's improving. And Usman's made good runs in the middle. He's also made a couple of good runs at the top of the order. But, mate, I think Cam Green probably should, if someone's going to miss, I think Cam Green although his bowling has been phenomenal, I reckon, it's a pink test. How many overs, realistically, do you think Australia are going to bowl in that pink test? Like, they don't, they're not known for long bowling spells. Because the ball does a lot and teams get bowled quicker. Especially if Australia pick their best batting lineup, which has Usman and Travis Head in it. They'll bat longer and, pressure, not as much pressure on the bowlers.
Yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying. From my perspective, if I can just offer a different... I haven't seen you pick that up once and it's empty.
Really?
From my perspective, Usman, Travis Head and Marcus Harris, I don't know, they just feel like 3 different versions of the same player, I guess. And I guess what you're saying is
You think?
No, maybe that's not the right term.
Because they're all left-handed.
Yeah, maybe that's a little bit in my mind, but
also, Australia's a freakish amount of left-handers. What's he doing with that?
yeah. What is
not to get sidetracked, but yeah, let's go.
I don't know. I just feel like if you draw, it's so hard.
The balance, the team if you're to remove one of them for the other and whatnot to fit Cam Green, the balance of the team feels weird.
No, but I like the dynamic that Cam Green has, and if he can at least just bat semi all right, I think he just does offer a bit more of a point of difference than Mark. I know he's in a different.
That's the appeal. That is the appeal of
exactly.
Having it,
that's I would rather, and I hear what you're saying with Marcus Harris, and at some point, I feel like Green and Harris will both be in the team at the same time. But for the time being, and for the 5th test, I would drop Marcus Harris if it was me. And then I would either put Marnus opening, or I'll just have Uzzy open.
Yeah, I think
I
think Uzzy would be opening.
He's got to be there, dude.
He's got to play. He can't not play. If you call back-to-back hundreds, you're playing.
And I think the way that Australia picked Boland, they picked him for the MCG thing, he might just be a one-off. But then they rewarded him for his good performance by picking him again.
Yeah, absolutely. But also, I think the thing with the difference is that the batters can come back in straight away, whereas for the bowlers, although Jai's also there, but Hazelwood, the injury, you're better off resting that. So actually, is in their long-term advantage to
sit out.
Hazelwood, it's kind of a different set of circumstances in the selection choice. It's an easier choice, the bowling choice, especially when he pretty much picks himself, bowling like a freak.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah.
You pick yourself. You make it easy. Whereas, it's a very hard choice for the Australian selectors on this because Harris and Green not had the best series. Harris has probably been better with the bat, looks to be improving. Whereas Green, whereas Green with the bat hasn't done a lot. With the balls, look pretty good. They've both been pretty good in the field. Haven't seen any of them drop
Green's
a catch.
been good in the gully.
Haven't seen any of them drop a catch.
Yeah,
and just coming in for 2 players who are looking pretty red hot.
Look. Either way it goes, I think you'd kind of be fair
it's
enough.
It's a good dilemma.
Either way, I'd be what can you can't argue. You can understand the arguments from both sides.
Yeah.
So Look, interesting to see what they do, and I guess we'll find out.
I liked your message to me the other day where you're like, mate, if Chris Green could bat, Cam Green could bat, he'd be a bloody weapon. I was like, yeah, well, that's the idea.
Yeah, I think he'll get to that point, dude. He's 20, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And like a lot of the young players,
and he's hot. He's hot as shit.
You reckon
dude.
he's hot?
Cam Green's hot, dude. Yeah.
I don't reckon he's a bit. He looks a bit dopey to me.
Mate, he takes wickets for the nation.
You're a bit of a stud if you do that, but yeah. To be fair, Gazza. That makes Gazza the biggest stud on the planet.
Gaz
in Australia.
Gaz is the biggest sex icon Australia's ever seen.
Yeah, he's hot. He's hot. He's hot.
All right, let's wrap it up because we're going to just dribble forever if we don't.
If you let us off the leash.
Yeah. We should probably just do an Ashes special every week and not post it just to get it out of our system.
Probably. But then I could just come back and do it again the next day, so that's no point.
Wouldn't even work anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the return. A little 2-week hiatus. Massive things coming from the BF podcast this year.
Huge.
Big old things.
The biggest. This is Alexander signing off. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to do the sign off. You can do it.
Do you want me,
I actually didn't know where I was going with that. I was just doing it just to see what you would do.
I let you run usually when you start talking. You know what I mean?
True. But I actually
because it can go when you start talking, it could go anywhere.
I didn't know where I was going with that. To be fair.
Yeah, maybe this year I'll try and nut out a sign off because I haven't figured it out.
Yeah.
For now,
don't give it to me because
fuck off. See you next week.
See you guys.